Yeah. So this is Madhulika Sinha from batch 2025 October batch from Data Science and Generative AI. So welcome to today's webinar. We are delighted to have you all join us. It's our pleasure to introduce Mr. Sathya Narayanan Sir, our guest or lecturer for today's session. Sathya Sir is an accomplished data analyst with over 3 years of hands-on experience, known for his data-driven, impact-focused, and insight-oriented approach to solve real-world business problems. He has successfully worked on optimizing data forecasting pipelines for a leading petrochemical companies, improving accuracy, scalability, and operational efficiencies. His expertise span machine learning, advanced analytics, Python, SQL, uh, Excel, and Power BI, enabling him to transform raw data into a meaningful decisions ready insights. Satya Sir brings a strong experience in exploratory data analysis, building analytical data set, creating stakeholder ready dashboards, and developing scalable data pipelines. What truly set him apart is his passion for using a data to tell compiling stories and drive smarter, faster decision, especially in domains like e-commerce, supply chain management, and FMCG. We are confident today's session will be both insightful and practical. Welcome, Satya sir, and over to you, sir.
Yeah, very thank you, Madhulika, and it's a pleasure to having a part of Eduinx, and also it's a very well introduction. So, can we start the session today? I hope yes. So yeah.
Yes, sir.
So yes. So by the way, I'll share a presentation to today. Just give me a second. I'll share my screen.
Everyone, please on your videos.
So it would be great, like if at all you're in a comfortable position or something, you just can on your video so that I can see everyone, and that would be like nice. So hope my screen is visible to everyone. Can someone just unmute and tell so that we can go ahead?
Yes, sir, your screen is visible.
So yes. So today's topic is something about like how data science solves real business problems. So that is what actually in the current market, if you see, we have a lot of companies and a lot of problems are getting it. So the problems can be in all the sectors or all the verticals which they are in. Can be demand forecasting problems, can be customer churn problems, and you can see some banks also including it. Some of the companies having like in HR analytics. So the problems are everywhere. So like today in topic, like we'll be discussing about how data science help to solve those problems, and what are the methodologies it is focusing on, and also like what are the different careers available. So before starting it, I think Madhulika given a better introduction than what I'm showing you. So I just give me a quick introduction. I don't want to waste some time on this slide. So as Madhulika told, I am a data scientist currently associated with O9 Solutions and working as a data scientist for 4 years down the lane. And I worked in multiple industries like financial industries and also in manufacturing industry with non-perishable goods and also some perishable goods which I'm currently working on. So I have expertise in working in demand forecasting, also in price predictions, also in risk predictions, and also in revenue growth management. So today we'll start. This is hope the agenda is very clear. So I'll tell you about what is data science and why business need data science to solve their problems and how it actually helpful. And also like since I heard some of the people are moving from some other career transition to a data analytics field or analytics field. So I can lightly touch about what are the major career opportunities are there and what are all the fields available in analytical field, and also like some other topics like where data science fit into the current business, and we also solve some of the real-time use case problems. So let me tell about like what is data science or something. So imagine you're running a business and every day you need to make a decision like how to like how much to produce and whom to sell, and which product do you want to put a promotion or something. So largely these decisions are taken care by heuristic approaches or gut feelings or based on your instincts or what you have been experienced in the past. But do you think this will be useful when your business is growing up in scale or something? For example, consider the problem statement which I told is for a specific hotel or which you are managing or something. So consider you are growing it as a KFC or a McD or some like multi-chain organization or something. So in that case, can it be useful or can it be how relatable to trust your entire feelings or trust your intuitions to take decisions, right? So it is not possible at some point of time. As the business grows, the gut feeling starts failing. So that is where actually data science comes into it and solve the problems. And um, and also to make decisions faster, or you can see the numbers, you can foresee the numbers, like what are the numbers are coming, whether it will helpful for me or will can I discard it or something. So simple explanation about data science is nothing but it uses data to understanding things and finding patterns and make predictions and decisions. So let me tell a small story about it something. Okay, so whenever you're seeing a data, like data is like hugely available, like you can find the data everywhere, like you can have sales data, you can have product data, you can have customer data, like everything is available. So with all the data available also, sometimes you can't find anything. So first you need to understand what the data is telling about. So and also data science is mostly about like understanding what previously happened so that you can able to predict something. And sometimes you need to predict or something. You just need to take tangible decisions based on the previous what happened or something. So it is not data science is not data science is not always about predicting or something. So it's always to take decisions so that your organization or whatever organizations you're working on will go in a good scale or something, or in a near future it will attain better profits or better sales or something. So this is what actually data science is. Okay. Then will come about like what are the core anticipative of data science. So uh, data science is nothing but it answering simple questions like what happened, why it happened, like what likely will happen. So what if I do? It's mostly answer like basic questions like where it happened, like in which segment it's happened. For example, you are handling an entire organization or something. In this case, where it actually failed, whether it failed at my manufacturing side or whether it failed at my logistical side or whether it failed in my production side or something. So this is data science is nothing but it's answering to the very simple questions like what happened. So we have like people usually tell like DDPP, so which is like descriptive statistics or descriptive data science, where it actually explain what happened. And when it comes to diagnostic, like you will be looking into like what is nothing. Diagnostic is nothing but you're finding what. For example, even if you go for a doctor or something, you won't directly go into surgery or something. Even if you're going telling like your heart is paining, or like my leg is broken or something, there will be always a diagnostic steps. The doctor will advise you to take MRI scans or CT scans or X-rays or something. He will just give your tablet for 3 days and go and check like what happened. It come after 3 days, we'll check. So this is what diagnostic is. So you will be checking in the previous things why it happened, like what actually changed there, what actually anomaly, like for example what is anomaly from the uh, regular flow or something. And predictive is what is likely to happen next. So for example, you are predicting or something, okay, uh, if my business goes in a certain way or something, like it is going in a downtrend in a sense, so whether will it shut down or something, whether it will go in a such a way, like what can I do, so what can I do to increase it? So that is where the prescriptive and statistics or prescriptive analysis comes. Where in a sense, as a data scientist or data analyst or whatever the field you are in, you will be prescribing something. So you can try this, or you need to optimize certain things within your business so that you can able to get a better result or something. So this is what the basic of data science. It's not about coding or it's not about uh, complex problem solving or something. It is basic. We take any problems in the world. This will your data science should answer all these five, six questions or something. Maybe you can add two more questions. Like it will be a subset of all these. It will come under the subset of all these fours only. So it's not complex or something. Like there are enough things you can need to answer the question. To answer this questions, you need something. That is what actual data is. Okay. So, and what will data science helps to do? So it will helps to see what will happen in the future and to take decisions based on that on a before, like so that you will be in a safe hands. So you will be taking a decision. Okay, tomorrow there can be a, for example, there can be a temperature rise, so that you will be need to stock up something. They are predicting things like in east of India or something, and next week there can be a tsunami or something. So that what the companies will do, they will try to stock. They will try to stock products in the, what people will do. They will try to stock products in their home or something. So this is what it will tell. It will tell about in the future, and also with a strong evidence, because you can't tell like suddenly you can't go and tell like tomorrow there can be something happen in an organization. Suddenly there can be a shutdown or something. There can be a tsunami in the east of India. So in that case, you will be like strongly having evidence. You will be analyzing weather data, and you will be analyzing the level of rain. You will be analyzing level of cloud movement, and you will be analyzing the current water trends and everything. So you should have some evidence so that your customers or your clients or you will be satisfied what you're doing at the first place. And also like there are certain processes, including we'll be looking into the process in the next slide, but I'll just give you a quick walkthrough of what are the process. One is data collection. Obviously, for into data science, you need data to you need data to proceed further, and you do an analysis and you'll do some engineering. Whether it's needed or not needed, it depends on you, or it depends on how the data looks or something. And then you will be like modeling. And to tell about modeling also, modeling is not required in every aspect of data science. Some people will use modeling, and some people you don't need modeling or something. If at all you are doing modeling, you need a validation. It whether you need to check whether it's doing correctly or not, and recommendations like if needed, and optimization if needed. So this is what I usually tell people. This is kind of formula or something. So data science is nothing but data science plus statistics plus programming plus business context is equal to insights and decisions. So you need all these things to give some answer to someone. So this is what actually the formula which I personally believe. So we'll jump into the next slide. I'll take a quick pause or something, so that if at all you guys have any doubt, you can directly shoot out to me. So yes, I take it as no. So we'll go into the next slide or something. So in this slide, like we're gonna see about why business need data science. Like, can any of you can, since we have very less audience, like we can able to manage. So can someone like unmute the mic and tell like why we need data science? Why data science is a majorly attracting field? Like a lot of companies are moving into it. Can anyone?
To solve the problem, the business struggle.
Yes, absolutely. That is more important. So yes, actually, like I have shown you here, there are a couple of points which usually why business need data science to solve a problem or something. So in that case, the first will be like data-driven decisions. So in today's world, as I told you, like there are a lot of things, and they also need evidence to take certain actions towards it. So data science will help you to have a data-driven decisions instead of heuristic approaches or like your gut feeling or intuitions or something. And competitive advantage. So like competitive advantage in the sense like consider two of the businesses are there or something like uh, you will be competitively in upper hand than other competitor who is not using data science and you are using data science or something. So in that case, you can able to foresee what will happen. You both are selling the same product. In that case, you can able to see, okay, if at all I do promo for this product for the next 1 week, I can able to get this percentage of revenue or this percentage of upliftment or something. So there those things can be done in data science also. So it will give you a competitive advantage in the market, so that you will be having a stable revenue or can increase the revenue, like whatever you want or something. So customer understanding and personalization. So sometimes you can able to check how your customer is behaving. For example, you having one specific product and you are selling it to some like 2 to 3 customers on a regular basis, in a sense like you can able to see like how the customer is behaving towards your product. Like when the product shelf life is getting a decade or something, you can able to analyze a lot of things. So that you can do some personalization for the specific customer. Consider will take some businesses like mobile phone or something, which is selling extensively in India, but it is not selling properly in Sri Lanka or something. So in this case, your customer is India and a customer is Sri Lanka. So in that case, you can able to see like why India is behaving, why India is showing some motive to buy a lot of mobile phones rather than Sri Lanka. Since you can able to see the sales data and you can analyze within India so that you can find a lot of, so that the companies will do a better strategy or better discounts or name it, you can get it. So in a way, like they can do it specifically for Sri Lanka, which will not do for India or something. So there are a lot of things you can able to do it, and predicting future outcomes. So obviously you will be at the end of data science, if at all you are using a predictive modeling or something, you can able to predict the future. Okay, if at all I incorporate this changes in my current existing workflow, so I can able to see this can happen or this will happen. So still this is depends on how certain businesses run. So these are the basic things what you can do magic things with data or something. And then when it comes to other things like operational efficiency, yeah, operational efficiency, because like once you incorporate data science into your existing workflow or existing company, obviously you will be like the process become faster and also smarter. Like you don't want a lot of people to take decisions in it. You can see a data driven decisions and you can readily adapt to the decisions fastly and something. And when it comes to cost reduction, in some of the cases, like you can stop holding the inventory cost or something. You can optimize the production from, because not all the production units will follow the same thing. Like one product, they might have one factory, they need to manufacture three products in a sense. They can easily transition between three products instead of manufacturing one product 1 month, the next product another month, the next product another month. It will increase the cost or something. And faster and smarter strategy. So when it this will be like mostly you can having a visualization charts, something like mostly Power BI engineers will use this, so that they will be presenting to the higher officials like C-suite level people, so that they can take faster decisions and smarter decisions, and they can able to curate a strategy for the next 1 year or next 5 years or next 6 years or something. So that depends on a company. But this data science or not, with help of data analytics or data, you can able to make a company strategy like vision or the mission or something. So and also automated decisions. Yes, certain decisions, if you incorporating some level of data science, you don't need people to always look into it. It will automatically take decisions and it automatically triggers something. For example, even you can see in a lot of places, maybe I have noticed it. So whenever I come to Bangalore or something, I can see a message from trends or like what are the store which I given my number or something. So whenever in my hometown, I won't get those messages. The promo is going on, the offer is going on, you can come and check in our stores or something. So it will actually sense your things. So there is no one sitting back and sending you messages. Where is this guy? Where is this checking location? So it will do a lot of process and automation, and they don't need to take a decision under, okay, this guy is coming here in a sense, okay, send them this offer message, so that they can convert one, say, one or two sales or something. And innovation and new revenue, absolutely, like data opens to new product, so that you can new services you can open in, and also like it can create a not more revenue, it will create, sometimes it will create a new revenue stream itself for you. So do you guys have any doubt here, so that I can go to the next stage where I will be telling you about like what are the current process which we follow or something? So if you see here, like when it comes to data science or any field like within data, like data engineer or data analyst or BI engineer, like anything, the first and foremost thing is you need to have a clear problem definition, and also what are the metrics you gonna improve and what are the KPIs you gonna measure. Okay, so these two things actually plays a major role, irrespective of what domain or irrespective of what field you are working. Irrespective of what field, in a sense, even if you are like working as a tester or a data scientist or a doctor or even a cook, so you need to know what actually is the problem, what actually you're solving it. In that case, first, business problem, you should understand the business problem. Okay, for example, we'll have a I have a last slide. We can have some. We can solve a real world problem or something. We are gonna, but you need to understand like what this business is doing actually. Okay, what is their requirement? Where they actually lacking? So what is the current process they are following, and what is the how many level what is the level of manual intervention is there? Whether they need automation or not? Okay, what if I only need to do this, or also I need to give you another output. For example, so you need to know your requirements first of all, and also it should be like very clear before starting into everything. And the data collection part. So data collection part is very crucial. You can't go and ask someone like, hey, I just missed this data at the middle of the stage. Can you provide me this data? No one will be like accepting it. So it should be like you need to analyze like, okay, to do this problem or to solve this problem, what are all the data I need, what I might need. Okay. In that case, you need to collect all the data. And the next step will be like data cleaning and preparation. So this will be like not all the data will be always an accurate way or something. You will be seeing a lot of missing values. Most of the data will be entered by data entry people. So in that case, you can't see a very proper or clean data. Just you need to sit and clean it. For example, there can be an outlier, there can be a entry issue. For example, someone is entering like 1 lakh. What if they put a small minus before it? So it will entirely change your output, or entirely change your assumption, or change your way, or your heading into. So you need to sit and clean, and you need to consult with business. Okay, whether this can happen, I can see these things in your data, whether it can happen or not. And then EDA. EDA is nothing but exploratory data analysis. So whatever the data you are getting, you need to do a deep analysis on it. So whether it is the time series data, or whether it is image data or audio data, there is certain level of exploratory data analysis. You need to check like what are the patterns it is following, and how many products are there, whether whatever they told while during defining a business problem, for example, they told 6 customers, but you are seeing only 3 customers in a sense. All these things you can able to see in EDA, which is exploratory data analysis. And then you will be going forward to feature engineering and feature selection, if at all you are using predictive modeling or something. In this case, you can't use everything with the available feature itself. You need to create some of the features. Example like price elasticities, or some things you might have a price and also you have a value sales, but you not have a volume sales. In that case, you need to create a volume sales with the price and the value. You need to do some math or something, and you can able to get a volume sales, because you want to predict quantity. In this case, you need to do a certain level of engineering. Here only the statistics plays a major role. You need to know a lot of math. For example, whether my data is left skewed in a sense, what it will be, whether my data is right skewed in a sense, what it will do. Or you can't always find a normal distribution data. So what things I need to do to get a normal distribution data and everything. And there comes the model building. So model building is depends on, and it is very scope driven. So what problem statement you are doing, whether it is a detection model or it is optimization model, whether it's a prediction model, it's completely depend on what scope you are dealing with. So for example, some models will be like simple moving average, they might be asking you. So in that case, it should be like you need to understand the data and you need to find out which modeling, or with respect to the scope or problem statement, you need to curate it. And next comes the validation and evaluation. So this is the major part, as a everyone will be need to need to concentrate a lot. So you need to do validate your results. For example, okay, you can't just tell like, hey, I got a prediction, take this, this will be right or something. You need to validate, like you need to set your data, like if at all you're having a 5 years of data, you need to train your models on 4 years of data, and this last 1 year data will be like new to the model. Something you need to check how it is behaving, whether it's actually capturing the patterns which is ought to capture, or it is like failing at some pace or something. So this model validation and evaluation is more important. And also you need to do some mathematical calculations, like what is the accuracy, what is the R square value, what is the MAP value, what is the root mean square value, and everything. And then based on this, business will take decisions, or in this you can recommend some of the decisions to the business. Okay, you can change this, or you can incorporate this. You can do promotion on this product, so it is nice a moving product, or else it is attaining its shelf life, it is going to decay or something. You need to survive this. You need to uh, do some promotions to get survey on this product or something. And then it is most of a cloud engineers will do like deploy it and automation, and continuous monitoring and optimization will be needed. So this is how a business will incorporate data science into their existing workflow or something. So do you guys have any doubt or any quick questions? Yeah. Hello. Am I audible, right?
Yes, sir. No, no.
Okay. So you guys are clear, right? Like what are the processes are there? So what are the processes they will follow and everything?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay, Priya. Okay, next we'll, sorry, something has happened. So we'll go into like some of the major data carriers and what is requirement. So see, some level of field requires some level of expertise and some level of requirements or something. So not everyone will be a data scientist. So you wanted to be a data scientist in a sense, you need to have certain level of prerequisite. So that it's not like you never can never end up being someone in data field or something. So there are a lot of active roles which need a certain level of requirements. For example, in some cases, you may you may don't want to code or something like programming language like Python, R programming, anything, and you don't want to code also. In that case, there are some enough fields you can look into it. For example, if you take Power BI analysis, it is heavily focused on dashboards and storytelling. So you should be good at telling stories or something. That is very well enough. You need to convince people. Okay, you're seeing a chart and you can telling like, oh, hey, this is what happened, this is what happened. If at all you're telling this, okay, you will be very good in Power BI analyst. You don't want to be worried about, no, it's not like I can't end up being a data like at any field in data analyst or something. So with respect to the Power BI analyst, you will be working mostly on business intelligence tools like Power BI or some other visualization tools are there. I just forgot it. Maybe you can use that, and which requires very minimal level of coding and requirement. So when it comes to data scientist or something, you should be strongly very well good in statistics, like how to get ratios, like to look into the numbers, and you need to get some insights out of it. So that is where data scientists are good at it, and they need to see whether data is skewed, or they will look into like kurtosis and some other things like some tests they will do whenever it's time series data, what is the decomposition pattern, how to extract seasonalities, those kind of things where data scientists will look into it. And also they know machine learning because they are building models. They know machine learning. And for prerequisite as data scientists, they need to balance business thinking and modeling. So what in a sense, like when it comes to modeling, it is more of package driven. Like you need to give a value, so it will just dot fit or something. Whatever the code, how big long code you put to predict, you just need to put dot predict. To fit your model, you just put dot fit. No matter what, like how 2,000 lines of code or 10,000 lines of code you will build. So this is how it happens. But with respect to business, you are making it correct or not. That is where actually data scientists will be doing. So they should have a proper understanding of business, like what industry they are working on, how this industry works, and how this industry usually works, and how the current workflow, everything. So that is where data science come in, and they usually predict things. They will also analyze things. When it comes to ML engineer, they usually turn models into production like live systems. So they will be deeply into cloud computing, like, or not like how to tell. So they will be deploying, for example, data scientists will have a notebook or something like a Python notebook or something. They will be deploying it into the cloud. They will be like, it is working seamlessly. They will use to do they will do the architecture of entire workflow, ML engineer, and they will be mostly into coding or something. And they don't do dashboards or something. It's like more like a less requirement for reporting or visualization kind of tool. They are mostly into numbers, codes, and everything. When it comes to data engineer, they are the backbone of entire data. So like you will be getting a data. So data is not always a specific table or something. It will be having multiple tables. For example, you to get a sales data, you need a product dimension tables and also the customer dimension tables. There are a lot of things, price table and everything. So these people will get the data from different sources. For example, some companies will maintain their certain, for example, price data is not big or something, they will maintain it in Excel. Some of the production data will be maintained in SAP. Some of the other data will be maintained in Azure. Some of the other data might be when maintained in Snowflake or something. So data engineers are the person who build a data pipelines which will collect data from multiple sources, and it will create as a consumable data, like consumable table or consumable record file format for the next person who is like analyst or data scientist will need. So this is where you will be like understanding a lot of engineering things also, like how the data works, for example, joins, for example, queries, how to optimizely write things. For example, um, you can write a join statement. You can retrieve some of the retrieve things from two tables without using a join also. So that is where you need to have optimal things, data engineer. And when it comes to data analyst, it is an entry field which I will suggest for a lot of people to put your focus on, because it is equally managed. You will be tend to code and you will be tend to know business, because you are doing visualization and everything, and you will be directly asking with the business, and you will be directly closely working with the business, and you will be creating your data, and you will be like, sometimes you will create your own dashboards. So this is a very vast field, like with respect to data analysis, but it requires a lot of reasoning things or something, like whether it's making sense to you or not. So this is one of the good entry field you can go with. But a lot of people will enter as data analyst, and they will pick what is their forte based on their interest or something. So I think everyone by now everyone will be went through the below table or something. I think I'll take a quick pass, like a minute or something, so that you can able to go through this table. Then I can skip into the next slide or something.
So can you explain what is the difference between data scientist and data analyst? Why business interaction is high in data analyst and medium in data scientist?
See, business understanding and data analysis, in a sense, like you will be presenting to the stakeholder or something. Like, see, um, data scientists will build models because they need to know a lot about the models, how the backend is working or something. But to see whether, like, data analysts, they need to know the business. For example, whether this makes sense or not. For example, a product is selling in certain region, in a sense, data scientist will consume, yeah, okay, this product is selling, that's it. But data analyst will know, because they closely understand with the business something. This product is not supposed to sell in this product. It is an error or something. For example, I'm a data scientist or something. If I see a product is selling continuously in this region for 10 months or something, I will tend to forecast it.
Mm-hmm.
It can be a complete error, but because data analyst will check into the pattern, because they know the entire business, because they are the one who closely associated with the stakeholders or something. So they will tell, like, no, this product shouldn't be here or something. In that case,
Okay.
okay, I will put a flag or something to eliminate it or something. And usually all this field works in a cross collaboration way. It's not like one certain project will be having only data scientists to completely not. It's never been. Even in my organization, we'll have all the people. So if at all I am facing anything around, okay, I will go and ask data analyst. If my data is wrong, I'll go and ask, like, data engineer. Okay, where this data, why it is wrong or something, check and tell me. When it comes to ML engineer, I'll go and ask, like, how optimized my code should be, so that you can able to plug into the existing architecture. Like, what should be the how my code should be, like how much line it should be, or should I need to optimize? Are you okay with the large runtime or something? I will be going and asking him. To go my Power BI analyst, I will give a report to him separately, so he will be showcasing it to the higher level people. So
Okay.
it's usually a cross collaboration platform. Like, everyone will be interconnected.
Okay.
And to answer your point very precisely, so data analysts will be looking into, like, what happened. They will mostly concentrate on what happened or something, like in the past,
Okay.
the pattern. But data scientists will be like, okay, whether my future is correct or not. How can I
Okay.
tweak my past to get the future?
Understood, sir. Thank you.
Okay, yeah. So, and this is not the only 5 fields, because, like, there are another certain level of field. So consider this is an entry level. Consider this is a graph or something. This is your 0, 0, and your right side is business side, and left side is technical side, and above is like morely general, general things, in a sense, like most of common things. And you want to become a specialist or something. So if you're going towards the right side and want to become a specialist, you can become a director of data, chief data officer, analytics manager. I think it's pretty much explainable. Like, and you can see, like, this orange color is an engineering cluster, and green color is a management cluster. Something. If at all you are good in business, but you started as a data scientist, but you don't know where my career path is heading to. I think you can able to go as a strategy analyst or something, like a vice president of data, or like data product manager or something. But you want to be in engineering side, which is like a more of a technical side, in a sense. Okay, you started as data analyst, but you can slowly transition into data architect, which is more of technical and something, and you can become a AI or ML engineer or data scientist. So always the door is open. It always, and also it depends on what sector you want to work in and what is your interest towards it. So if at all you join as data analyst or something to organization, you will never be a data analyst till your end of your career. You need to choose certain path. For this, data analyst is a better way to enter because it will be equally balanced by all these four areas or something like business side, specialist, technical, and journalist. So like where data science actually fit into business or something. So the first thing is will be your operational efficiency. So improves productivity by identifying bottleneck and optimizing process. Like operational efficiency in the sense like there is a problem statement where you need to manufacture two products within a same manufacturing unit or something, and also the demand for this product is throughout the month or something. In this case, like how well you can balance two products. For example, you will telling, I 15 days I'll manufacture this and 15 days I'll manufacture that, but that is not the right case, right? You need to, there will be purchase orders for the first 15 days for the certain product which you're not manufacturing, and also there will be purchase order, it's under vice versa. So in that case, it will operationally efficient, it will obviously like enhance your operations, so it will change your operation wise and everything, and also like cost reduction, absolutely like you will be optimized certain level in your organization vertical. In a sense, you will be reducing cost. For example, in certain places you will be reducing peoples, in certain places you will be reducing inventory cost, like holding cost, logistical cost and everything, and all the business problems are going towards revenue growth. So you should be understanding it, like even whichever the field you took. For example, in financial industry, if you are incorporating data science, it will reflect in profit, or it reflect in terms of money, like in the upliftment of money. So for this, you can use a lot of things like revenue. Sales is one of the kind of revenue, or else you can give you a lower rate of interest for a certain housing loan companies or something. Like when some banking will use like to predict the rate of interest for a certain application, they will use the reduced level of interest in a sense, or higher the rate of interest, they will get more profit or something. They will analyze with the data. And risk management, yes, you will be able to see a risk which is coming in the future, but in the before itself, like you can foresee the risk, you can predict the risk. So that is where also it is used. And also like customer experience, yes, you can able to see your customer patterns as mentioned earlier. So you can do some personalization for the specific customer, because you have multiple customers. You can do a specific product enhancement, or a specific tweak in some values to get some better forecast, or like you can able to have a different workflow for a certain customer, this thing. And sustainability, yes. So for example, in the place of you're using a lot of papers or something, you will be using data warehouses, like data will be stored in computers. For example, in the place of computers, you will be migrating it to cloud. In the place of 100 employees, you will be reduced to 90 employees, because some places decisions will be taken by the machines. So obviously it will be like sustainable, and which is good also for the company. So it will again, it is go for cost reduction and optimization. So this is why I just put it in a circle. So each thing is interlinked, and it's not a standalone. For example, if you incorporate data science in a sense, it will not only increase revenue growth, it's not only increase the customer experience. So if it customer experience increase, if a customer satisfaction increases, obviously they will recommend your product, so your growth will increase. If your growth increase, you will have some better operational efficiency or something. So this is where the actual real topic of today, how data science solve business problems. As I told very earlier, like from guesswork, it will change into data driven decisions. Like you will be backing data as evidence to show why it happened, what will happen, and everything, and predicting the future, not just the past, not just reporting the past. So with help of data science, you can actually predict the future, like what can be my sales for next 10 years, so that you can able to see whether my business will go in upper trend or in a lower trend. It helps business to curate their annual business plans, and also their mission calendar, or their promo calendar, or their entire planning calendar and everything. And also like optimization and cost reduction. Again, it comes to the inventory or waste management. You will be like saving a ton of money by automating a lot of things. And personalization at scale, in a sense, data science helps for example, consider it as a service provider company. You can't able to provide a certain level of services to everyone, right? You need to personalize for each specific customer. In this case, you will be like doing personalization for the specific tool which you are building, or specific platform which you are building. In this case, this is possible in data science also. And faster, scalable, and decision making. Yes, obviously, once, for example, the entire process, for example, it will take 10 days for me to analyze my manual report or manual guessetters or manual lectures. In that case, I can run the simple plugin or simple model to get the 10 days of work in for 1 hour, so that it's faster, so that I can able to make decision. I can have a larger window to concentrate on everything. So this is how data science improves in the current business problem. And current business problem companies facing now is like all the companies are having excessive level of data. So what there are sensors to capture data. There are even some companies, like if you are seeing like e-commerce companies, they will check your screen time, like how much time you are spending in the screen. So they will collect those kind of data, your click through rate, where and all you're clicking. So all this data will be get captured. There is abundant of data. So in that case, you need to pick the right data, so that you need to have a data knowledge, so that you need to understand the problem statement of the business, like what is the actual problem statement. In certain cases, you don't need a lot of data. Some company will store a data for a chunk. For example, you don't need a data 20 years back or something for certain problems, not for all the problems. For certain cases, you don't need a data for 20, which is more than past 20 years. In that case, you can delete it. There are too much of data is there. And and it is also good, and it is also bad sometimes. And uncertainty and volatility, you can able to check the uncertain, because how you can able to uncertain, in a sense, for example, I might be uh, liking black color specific shoe. I used to for example, I might eat for that's a bad example. I'll tell you, I might, whenever I go to KFC, I'll eat a burger or something for the next 10 days, but suddenly my choice will get changed. I will change to some other things. For example, I'll go on fries or something. So it is uncertainty. So you can't able to guess everything based on your approach. So in that case, you can able to see how much customer is changing. So you can able to see, okay, the burger is getting down in the sales, so that I need to incorporate something. Why this specific area's customer is not performing good. So that you can able to check the uncertainty and volatility, in a sense, like not all the product will same at a same rate. You can able to check the volatility, why this month it is getting slow, less sales, why the next month it is getting higher sales. For example, if you see, when you're nearing Thanksgiving and Christmas, both are coming in within a 2 weeks or 2 weeks time. You can see a lot of sales in that time, not maybe in India, but in some other places like in UK or US or something. So in the case, the sales will be volatile. In that case, you can able to analyze, say, how much volatility I'm attaining. Whenever it comes to Christmas, how much my sale is getting increased. So it will able to capture all these things with use of data, with use of analytics, whatever the name the tool, you can able to get it. And insufficient operations, in a sense, like sometimes business will feel like the operation is not up to the mark. It is not sufficient. You need to optimize a lot of things. You need to optimize your production schedule. You need to optimize your, for example, when it comes to like another problem, will take like HR analytics. You need to optimize your workers. So in that case, they will have some other things. Okay, it's been like 1 month. We just had a some kickoff event or some event happened in past 1 month. So after the 3-4 days, they have seen they have a uh, less number of leaves, or less number of people taking tend to take leaves are very less. So they will try to plan. So it will, it's not only for a certain industry. You can see this kind of things in entire industry. So it will help to optimize the current operation into like how efficiently you can able to scale it to a bigger level, or to attain big profit or something. And customer related challenges, as I told you, like some companies can find certain customer behaving certain behaviors, so that they can able to change some things specifically for the customer and things. And when it comes to risk and compliance pressure, for example, you can have a churn. You can sometimes you can able to see a lot of spam calls are coming. Nowadays, the phones are so better. You can able to understand which calls are spams. It will automatically responding it to you like it is a spam call, and it's up to your decision whether you take it or not. So these kind of risk related problems are also there, like a customer churn rate or risk prediction in using financial industry like credit card industry or certain things. So another says like data science does not replace human. It helps business to make better decisions at faster rate with more confidence. So you should not worry about like okay AI is coming, all the jobs will go or not. It will be there, but at certain level of time you need to understand AI, not whatever your predictions will be correct. In that cases, you need to take some call. For that, they need a people, and they need a people to maintain it. So at certain level, there you can see AI or data science will replace people, but not at a very larger level. They also a machine. They also need some maintenance. They also need some other kind of things which human driven. So it's you need not to worry about like, oh, if I become a data scientist now, my job will be going in next 10 years of a down 5 years, 7 years or something. So it's always there. It's always a new technology will come and take replace the human efforts, and humans will also adapt to it. So you need to adapt to it. You need to learn like AI things or like data science things or something, so that you can able to sustain in the industry. Sorry. So we'll take a real world problem. I just want some who are interested can unmute their mic and tell the answers also. Or else I'll take a quick pass. We'll start it again at 7:50, so that 2 minutes, so that you can have any doubt or something you can ask. In the meantime, whatever we discussed so far, you can ask. Okay, I'll again get started with the some things. I just want some who are interested can also answer this. So usually you will be getting a problem statement like this. For example, a company XY faces a business problem in which strong order inflow is not resulting in successful product sales, leads to loss of revenue opportunity. It's not like a straightforward problem. You need to do this, you need to do this or something. So usually a business problem will be like this, even more complicated also. So in this case, what can be the potential uh, problem the business is facing? Can anyone like you can unmute yourself and can talk and answer. Hello, hello. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes. See, there is nothing wrong in data science. Like there is nothing wrong in data. Like whatever you are. Even I have made a lot of mistakes in my career. So it's like what is right to me can be wrong to someone. So in let's say don't hesitate to answer or something. So try to answer it. Whether it's correct, it's bad, it's good. At least at last you will learn something. So what can be the potential problem in here?
Competitors kind of there is a too much of competitor for the product.
Yeah, that is also one potential problem. Yes, that is correct.
Maybe the price
Yeah,
too much high.
yeah, can be the price. So it is everywhere coming into either it's a demand level problem or a supply level issue.
Mm.
Okay, so either they are not manufacturing the right amount so that they can't able to sell it, or else they are not selling it in a right way. So all the purchase orders are not converting into a sales or something. So the revenue is getting lost. So in this case, what are the two problems? One is either demand problem or supply problem. So another thing is demand and supply are not always same. Demand is something like what you need, and supply is something what someone can offer you. Okay, so be clear in this thing, this term, and there is something called unconstrained and constrained, and you will be get to know whenever you are looking into some of the problem or something. So always be like demand. Demand is something what you need or something. Like for example, you are going to a store, you don't know what that store capability or something. You are requesting for 2 tons of rice, and you're going for a small petty shop or something. So that is your demand. You might need in, you will be in need of 2 tons of rice or something. But supply what he can able to give, he can maximum he can able to give like 200 kgs or something. That is supply. Okay. Supply is always driven by a lot of constraints, but demand is sometimes it's unconstrained. Okay, so in this case, there are two potential problems. One is demand forecasting, another one is supply optimization. And you can't able to intercalate this. The both are different problem statement. If at all like you can able to do a cert with respect to this problem statement, you can able to do an entire demand forecasting. Without touching demand forecasting itself, you can able to do supply optimization. So this is why I told you should be very clear in asking your requirements. Okay, whether you want to do a demand forecasting for this problem or whether you want to do a supply optimization, or else okay, give us a time, will give me your all the necessary data. I'll look into it and I'll come up with a better plan or something. So when it comes to demand forecasting, like what are the data you might be need in for demand forecasting to forecast a demand? Anyone can tell me. Okay, so first thing is like understanding business as I told. So you need to know like what product you're working on, whether the product having like I worked in two kind of products. One is like perishable and another is non-perishable. So in case like in for a perishable product, shelf time is very low. For example, if hotel you're manufacturing, then the product will be I also focus for milk in certain cases. So the shelf life will be for 4 days or 5 days. Then it will get expired. So in that case, like you need to know what is your product nature. So, and industry, which industry you are working on? You are working in for a manufacturing industry or for a consumer product goods industry or apparel industry. So you need to know what are the industry nuances, like which industry you are looking, so that only you can able to get a proper understanding about the business. And the product lead time. So, okay, for this product to manufacture, how much time it will be taking place? For example, to manufacture this product, it will take 1 month. For certain products, for example, you are working for a Boeing. In this case, you can't able to manufacture a Boeing in 1 month. It will take around like 3-4 months. You're manufacturing for say you're working for you're doing demand forecasting for Mahindra, Tata. Actually for XUV 700 demand is so high. Why the supply is not optimized? Because they can't able to manufacture, because they have factories at certain locations. They need to manufacture, they need to prioritize other cars, other vehicles also, not only XUV 700 is selling on. They also having Scorpio and they also having some other like XUV 3XO. So they need to prioritize certain things. So you need to know the lead time. Okay, to manufacture XUV 700, it will take around like 3.5 months. So whenever the company is launching Jan 26, I get launched. So before that itself, they need to know, before the 6 months itself, they need to start manufacturing. So only they can able to have at least 200 to 300 vehicles, at least to show people, at least to convert it into a potential business. So the time you need to know what is your product lead time, and also S&OP cycle. S&OP cycle is very specific to demand, like when it comes to manufacturing industry, supply chain. If at all you are more interested in the supply chain, S&OP cycle is one key word on it. It's the major term which you need to know. This is where the entire process comes into, like sales and operation planning. So you need to know like how the product is getting started from the manufacturing to how it reaches the customer. What are the process? Who are the people involved in? Whether like a demand planner will be there, supply planner will be there, manufacturing planner will be there. So everyone is certain verticals. They will meet at some point. So you need to know like when they are meeting and what are the numbers they are looking into. So in this thing, you need to ask a business like which number you are providing. So this level of understanding you need, and also the customers. For example, whether the product is selling globally or it's only specific to certain state or certain country or certain province or something. And then you will, once you get to know all this business level information, you will be going for data collection. So in that kind of thing, you will be getting constrained demand or unconstrained demand. You can get the sales data, and you, for example, when it comes to demand, for your, if at all you're forecasting unconstrained demand, in a sense, like with first, what is constraint and unconstrained? I'll explain. So constraint is something like, as a manufacturer, what are the constraints you have? You will have a raw material. Sometimes you won't get raw material. Sometimes you won't get power supply. Sometimes you won't get enough labor. Sometimes you will get a lot of leaves in that month. So these all things are constrained. Your inventory is your constraint. Your logistics is your constraint. Unconstrained is which is nothing interrupted. It is a whole number or something. In that case, you should have a unconstrained forecasting. You should look for a global demand. What is the global demand for the specific product? How much we are satisfying as a company? How much we are satisfying the global demand? Everything into it, and also the price data. What are the historical price? What are the recent price trends? And it can be sometimes you need to forecast your price also to get a proper result. For example, you don't know what will the price will be for the next month or then after 2 years or something. There will be a specific team which will be working on price. You can ask them for a price data. Okay, what is your price forecast? I can use it as input for my model to forecast the demand. So sometimes prices are volatile, like gold or something. Sometimes the prices are very constant. What are the biscuits you're getting? It's like 5 rupees, no? It's a 5 rupees something. And raw materials. To forecast the demand, you need to know. You need to largely concentrate on raw materials, whether you are producing the raw material or not, whether where you are getting from the raw material, like what, when you will get the raw material, and raw material inventory is there. You need to check the raw materials inventory data. So all this data you might need, and then only you can able to start the demand forecasting. And another important thing with respect to data analytical field itself, like KPI and metrics. Okay, I think you can research about what is KPI and what is metrics. So metrics are something like, in this case, you need to get larger revenue. That is your metric. But for this, you will be calculating certain things. You will be concentrating in very certain things, which is like your demand accuracy, your model accuracy, your forecast accuracy. So increase revenue is your metrics. But for this, what are the key performance indicators are? Your sales, your sales compared to your previous sales. For example, your predicted sales and your actual sales. So these are the KPIs you will be checking it. So, and also like you need to be very stringent and you need to know your metrics and KPIs. What are the metrics you gonna you going to improve, and what are the KPIs you gonna calculate. So similarly for supply optimization, here same, but you need to know about your customer locations. What are the locations you're delivering, and product shelf life. For example, you have sent something, but the shipment is taking 2 months to go. But your product shelf life, but your manufacturing product shelf life is only 3 days. That case, it is not possible, right? In that case, you need to know about your lot of your product, not your product or something, your customer's product. For example, you're working for some other company, you need to know about their product and what modes of logistics they are using. There are a lot of specific terms with respect to supply chain. You can go to Incoterms, who is gaining the authority of the product. For example, in this case, if something is reaching to you through Amazon, in a sense, till the parcel is reaching your hand, it is Amazon's risk. If a product got broken or something, it's Amazon risk. For example, if you are sending someone to your, if you are sending some goods to your friend, in a sense, it is on the delivery partner. For example, DTDC or delivery or India Post or something. So you need to know about what logistic mode you are using, and something like Incoterms. These kind of terms are there. You need to understand before going into certain level of project. And here also, when it comes to supply chain, you will be largely working on the sales data. Supply is something what you are selling, right? You will be having that data. You need to look on what level of sales are doing, and what is inventory, what is your inventory, where are the warehouses you have, where are the inventories you have, and what is the safety stock, and what is the cycle stock, and what is the heel capacity or something. And manufacturing data, like where are my manufacturing units, how much I'm manufacturing, whether can I able to manufacture this much or something, and when are the production leaves are there. Not all the manufacturing industry will work on for all the 365 days a year, right? So when are they having a shutdown or maintenance? So that in those cases, what I do. So you need to ask a lot of stakeholders. and get all these data, and you can go similarly. Here the KPIs will change. Here you need to check supply lead time. Like, what is my supply lead time here? Whenever I'm manufacturing, is when the product is reaching the customer. So you need to measure that also. And customer satisfaction is more important. Like, whether you will have a surveys, like a lot of customer sales team will do the surveys. You need to look into those KPIs, and also supply accuracy and model accuracy. So this is very short, but there are a lot of things you can able to understand it. But one thing which I usually tell coming into this before into analytics field is you should be knowing like which industry you're looking into, and try to learn about those industry, like what are that industry is doing. For example, retail industry is different from a manufacturing industry. Manufacturing industry is different from a consumer product. Like, manufacturing consumer product is a small line, but industry level it's different. And also, like, if at all you're looking forward into go for financial industry, what are the terms they are using? Within financial industry, there are multiple domains. For example, you're going for housing loan or credit card industry, or like simple banking. Like, there are a lot of things you know. So try to kindle yourself and ask questions to yourself. That is what mostly expected from everyone. Like, if something is displaying in your screen, in a sense, you don't bluntly believe this is correct or something. Ask question why it is coming, which driver or which variable it is tweaking this value, or which uh, uh, which customer is changing this sales pattern. So try to ask questions yourself so that you can able to backtrack it. So only one good thing you can do is you can able to backtrack in this industry. For example, you're having some number, you know how it comes. So you are not satisfied with this number, in a sense, you can go and backtrack. Okay, why? You can ask a lot of why questions, and what happened. You can ask a lot of questions within the field which you are working in. So another thing which I must tell is understand the business problem and understand the business thing first, like which industry you're working in, and majorly about the KPIs and metrics, like what you want to improve. To improve this, what are the things existingly business is doing? What are the things they are calculating it? So, for example, if someone is calculating for a manufacturing industry, in the previous case, they also have some forecast accuracy. Every company will have it. When it comes to supply chain, every company will have certain level of accurate. Uh, so you need to ask them, what is your calculation for it? So do you want the same calculation to be delivered in this product, or it should be like a specific generalized calculation? For example, accuracy in a sense, actual minus forecast by actual. In this case, you need to ask all these questions before starting it, and set the requirements very clear. That's all. Then you will be like good to go. You can able to crack the problem. But unless until you need to ask the questions towards yourself. What happened? Why happened? These things. I think I have covered a lot of things. Do you guys have any doubt or something? You can ask. I'll currently stop sharing my screen. And I sorry I took 4 minutes of your time.
Hello.
Yes.
I was working in banking industry. So in data science, what are good opportunities or which field specifically I will be getting more growth?
So you are from which industry? Sorry, I didn't get you properly.
Banking.
So banking. So I have experience working in a banking. I was working for a loan sector. Like, you will be able to predict like number of requests. For example, if you're working for a credit card, like for example, take it as HDFC. HDFC, you can able to forecast the demand for how much demand they will get for opening a savings account, how much demand they can be expecting in opening a current account, and this is with respect to demand. And with respect to other things, for example, risk prediction. For example, I'm come and asking, for example, I'm going and asking HDFC for a loan. They don't directly give me a loan or something. They will check my history. They will check my previous credit cards. Like, they will have the data. They can have your entire bank statement analysis. They will check how much salary you are getting, how much consistent income, whether it's a consistent income or not, whether it's inconsistent income, or they will check, for example, even if you are applying for a loan or something, they will check like who's your guarantor, whether he's a guarantor or a co-borrower. For example, if at all you are not paying amount, can I go and ask them or not, whether they have a standard salary or not? So all these things bank will notice, and then they will give the loan or something. In those cases, you can incorporate data science. Okay, we have all this data. Instead of you just manually seeing it, we can have a score or something. We can put a score. For example, if someone is having three co-borrower, for example, I'm asking for a loan, I have a three co-borrower in a sense. Okay, I have a green tick there. If I'm not paying, there are three other people to pay for me. And okay, my salary is more than 30 lakhs a month in a sense. Okay, is standard salary. And for example, I'm not self-employed. In that case, I'm not doing a business or something. I'm salaried. Okay, he will have a consistent income. But this income is still question mark. They will look into your profile also, like what work I'm doing. Okay, if it's a data scientist, okay, he will be in the market for next 20 years. Okay, I can approve his 1 crore loan. So you can have some certain scores. You can propose these kind of things there. And also, like with respect to customer satisfaction, banking will get a lot of customer satisfactions. For example, through mails they will get, through phone calls they will get, through other things like what banking survey. Whenever you walk into a bank, they will give a sheet or something they ask you to fill. You can collate all this data. You can use, for example, when you're getting review from a phone, in a sense, you can use some AI models like how to voice recognition models. You can detect whether it's good, bad, or sentiment analysis. This is called sentiment analysis. You can able to get the sentiment, and you can tell, okay, last month, we have reached out to 1 lakh customers. Out of this, 50% of customers are satisfied. Remaining 40% is not satisfied. We need to look into this 40%, why they are not satisfied. So these are the potential things in a banking sector. You can actually look into it.
Thank you.
Yes, Jason. Any other questions or any doubts?
No, sir.
Okay. Then thank you guys.
Sir,
Yes, someone?
say something about cloud computing.
So cloud computing. So what you're
Yes.
specifically mentioning about cloud computing or something like cloud computing is, as far as I know, cloud computing is very vast. Like what you're specifically looking in cloud computing, whether you want to learn cloud computing or how can you imputing something into the cloud computing or something. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Can you tell me like how you want the cloud computing? For example, how data science help in cloud computing, or like what a specific problem you're looking into it, so that I can elaborate or so that I can share my knowledge on it.
Sir, can you use data scientist cloud computing, sir?
So you see, cloud computing is nothing but your AWS, your Azure, your GCP are the cloud computing. So all these processes will be running on that. So for example, AWS is a bit costlier for storing data using S3 buckets, so that the people will store in Databricks or something. Okay, but modeling is very easier. Sorry, data engineering part is very easier on Snowflake because they have parallel execution, and modeling is built. It's based on Databricks. So all these things are cloud computing. So you will be using all these services to have a better to work for your company. Every company will have cloud. Like for example, some companies will have stored their data somewhere, like data centers. You might be hearing of Microsoft data centers and Google data stores. So cloud computing is a host or as a platform what they are doing. They will also have their own team. They will also forecast the demand, like how can we improve, how can we convert people from Azure to AWS or Snowflake to AWS. They will have a certain team working on it. But cloud computing is something a host for all these things to happen at a seamless way. It is more faster than using your local system because you can get the RAM whenever you want. You can get how much RAM also you want, how much storage you can able to customize it, and you can also turn on the system for specific seconds. For example, every month, only on third to fourth, I need to turn on my cloud computing to run this model. Remaining fourth to next month third, I don't want it to on or something. So it is for the flexibility and the host. It's not something uh, I don't know how to tell, but you also have certain industries. If at all you are working for Azure, you will be doing certain things. They will also do the forecasting. They will also do the predictions. They will also analyze the risk. Okay, where risk might come. For example, there are thousands of people using cloud computing, right? What if everyone started triggering a button at the same time? Your data center might get busted or something. In that case, they will analyze it. Okay, so these level of projects are also available within that industry, but usually cloud computing are the hosts.
So example of this Amazon, they are using cloud computing.
Yes.
Amazon using cloud computing, cloud.
Yes, Luna. Like that's what I'm like. I'm also using cloud. I'm my organization having in every cloud. They use Azure, they use GCP, they use AWS. But as a third party, you can't directly do for a cloud computing or something. It is a service. You can enable the service and you can do it.
Such as MySQL, Oracle, like that.
So those are like a platforms or something. See, for example, PostgreSQL is different from MySQL. So that is a server or something where you're writing. So you're asking, can I work for Python? Python is a language, right? Similarly, MySQL is a server where you can do some queries. So those are the enablements where you can use for these industries.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, Rona. I think I'm took extra 13 minutes, I guess. So if at all anyone having a question can stay, I will be staying for next 3 to 4 minutes. If you guys are done with the session, you can drop off or something. Whoever feel comfortable can drop. Whoever want to stay and ask some questions, they can stay. I'll be staying till another 5 minutes or something.
Guys, anyone have any question? Okay, taking as a silence as a no question.
Yes.
So thank you so much, Satya sir, for such an insightful and engaging session.
Thank you,
Your
Madhulika.
practical example, structure approach, and real world perspective on data analytics and machine learning have given us a lot of takeaway and applies. We truly appreciate your taking the time to share your experience and knowledge with our participants. I'm sure everyone here found the session valuable and inspiring. We truly appreciate your time. Thank you all the participant as well as your active presence and engagement. We hope you found today's webinar helpful and enriching. Have a great day ahead, and
Yeah.
we look
Thank you,
forward
team.
to see you in our upcoming session.
Thank
Thank
you,
you so
team.
much, sir.
Thank you, Tim. Thank you for hosting me. And I will be also available in LinkedIn or something. You can reach out to me if at all you have any doubt or else you facing some errors or something. You can definitely reach out to me. And if you can type my name, it will be there, Sathya Narayanan S. You can reach out to me. And it's always good to see a lot of people and a lot of in, uh, interesting people or like with motivated people. Thank you, guys. And also, I'll want to see all you guys in a good position in the down the lane. Yeah. Thank you, guys. Thanks for hosting me. Yes. Thank you, Madhulika, for this.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Yeah.